Coast Guard scours the waters near Belle Isle on South Beach.
And that's where we find Local 10's Terrell Fournay with our top story tonight. Terrell.
And this search has been underway for about 3.5 hours now. This water behind me is Biscayne Bay, and this is where the Coast Guard and rescue divers are still involved in that very intense search. Let's get to some video that we shot just moments ago. We know that that missing man was on board a 17-foot rental boat earlier this evening. He was with his girlfriend at the time, and for reasons still unclear, he went into the water but did not resurface. That girlfriend is the one who called police, launching this massive search. Miami-Dade police has even been in the air searching by helicopter, but so far no sign of that missing man. His name just released, Tyron Robertson, again 22 years old, and he hasn't been seen since about 7:30 tonight. Out here now to these live pictures, Miami Beach Fire Rescue on standby, as well as a number of police officers should they find this missing man. If you're familiar with this area, this is just off of 18th Street and Purdy Avenue here in Miami Beach. The Coast Guard reminding people in the area to remain vigilant because, again, they want to find this man and they want to make sure that at least he is okay. That is the idea that the Coast Guard and firefighters are working with right now. We will keep you posted on the first thing in the morning here on Local 10 and also on local10.com. For now, that's the latest here on Miami Beach. I'm Terrell Fournay, Local 10 News.
All right, Terrell, keep us posted.
Back now to Tropical Storm Hermine. Pictures tonight from North Carolina, where the downgraded system is still packing a punch as it moves towards the northeast.
And this is where Hermine has been. Storm surge on the Gulf Coast, bringing serious coastal flooding.
The storm's power ripping roads to shreds as Hermine crashed the coast in the Panhandle.
And for folks in the Panhandle, the cleanup is just getting underway.
One hard-hit city, Florida's own capital. Local 10 News reporter Andrew Perez has been following the storm. He begins our coverage tonight live from Tallahassee. Andrew.
Yeah, well, we've had another storm, as you can tell, rolling through Tallahassee. The last thing that people here really need, because there's so many people that still don't have power, that are still dealing with cleanup. As a matter of fact, I want to step out of the way because this gas station right out here, it's one of the only gas stations that we found that actually has power. So you can imagine it's been a very popular spot.
As you take a drive around Tallahassee, it's quiet, it's dark, much of the city still without power. Whipping winds and driving rain from Hurricane Hermine leaving a trail of destruction. Beyond the roads being dark, some roads are just too dangerous to travel on. Businesses here forced to close their doors. The few spots that are open are very popular, like this Shell gas station.
This is the only gas station that has, power on.
Between the downed trees and outages, the city is practically paralyzed. All across the state of Florida, we've seen damaged roadways, even boats just ruined.
So apartment buildings like this are still without power. The governor actually saying it's going to be several days before power is fully restored to the area. The thing that is going to take the longest is cleanup, stuff like this all over the city.
And the water just started pouring.
Janicia Martin lives in apartment number 2 here and was home when this tree came crashing down in Tallahassee.
Bang, crash, and then I was like, wow, what was that? I thought maybe one of the power lines just kind of sparked.
Like many, her home saw plenty of water damage, not only from the floodwaters, but from the rain leaking down from the walls.
I see all this water pouring into my apartment from the floors, and my carpet's wet. The speakers are ruined, the couches are ruined.
And you can imagine tonight her apartment is still flooding. Another thing a lot of people were asking about is, of course, about Florida State University. Very big here in Tallahassee. We know that the main campus closed yesterday. It remains closed. Some of the campus also does not have power right now, although we know that some of the dining halls and some of the main buildings are operational right now using different generators. We're live in Tallahassee tonight. I'm Andrew Perez, Local 10 News.
And Andrew, what about tourists like you? I've been coming through town. Do some of the hotels even have power?
Fortunately, we found actually one of the only hotels that had power. I can tell you that we were trying to find dinner, grab a quick bite to eat before we continued going through the neighborhoods. And we called, at least 24 restaurants before we finally found one that had power. There were some restaurants that were setting up outside cooking barbecue, whatever they could, and serving it to customers, but even they ran out of food. Long lines to get food in a lot of the places that are open. The governor's saying, again, it's going to take a couple of days before things are somewhat back to normal right now.
It's going to take a little while. Andrew Perez with the cleanup. Thank you. And right now, talking about cleanup, it is continuing in other parts of Florida that were also battered by Hermine. And millions right now are still in its path from the Carolinas to the north. Coastal towns up and down the East Coast are bracing for Hermine. The Carolinas are already getting pelted. On Tybee Island, Georgia, the beaches are empty, but for the surfers. And in New York, this stern warning ahead of the holiday weekend.
Do not even put your foot in the water. Once the riptide grabs you, you cannot get out in many, many cases.
Back in Florida, where Hermine made landfall in the wee hours of Friday morning. New video of power lines exploding and catching fire, trees crashing into homes.
And at about 4 o'clock in the morning, I heard this big boom and a crash. I was kind of in a state of shock. I actually thought I was dreaming.
In the town of Crystal River, neighborhoods underwater. People who rode out the storm in the historic town of St. Mark's are now cleaning up.
This right here sets you back for a whole year at least.
Governor Rick Scott checking out the damage in Steinhatchee, a coastal area along the Big Bend, and offering help.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to find out in every community what the needs are, and then do everything we can to help them with that need.
And in Florida, one person died in the storm, a man who was struck by a falling tree.
As we mentioned, the system really has the potential to impact millions of people as it moves right up the coast.
And if it slows down, it could make matters worse. Chief Certified Meteorologist Betty Davis is right here now with the latest advisory.
Tonight, Hermine is moving into North Carolina. At least the center of the storm is moving toward the northeast at 22 miles an hour. Remains a tropical storm with maximum sustained winds at 50 miles an hour. Now, this is what it looks like on the infrared satellite imagery. You can see how the clouds are clearing out of South Carolina, still filling up the skies over a good portion of North Carolina and into the mid-Atlantic. And oh, by the way, Hampton Roads, Virginia area expecting some dangerous storm surge from this system. And the radar imagery still showing plenty of rain coming down, especially for the eastern half of North Carolina, where there is still a tornado threat extending out toward the Outer Banks of North Carolina. The projected path of this system, let's track it through the evening tomorrow and afternoon. We are noticing that by tomorrow afternoon, it's expected to get back out over the waters just off the mid-Atlantic coast, and it starts to pick up some steam. And what's interesting is even as it makes that transition into a post-tropical system, look at how the wind energy starts to build back up to hurricane status. 75-mile-per-hour winds projected by Monday evening. And this is that time frame where it just sort of sits off the northeast coast. So talk about some battered beaches and storm surge potential. They're definitely going to have it going on. Meantime, we're tracking a tropical wave about 1,000 miles east of the Lesser Antilles as it travels toward the west. Low chance of developing over the next 5 days. Our forecast for right here at home is coming up. Ladies?
Look forward to it, Betty. Thanks. A house of horrors uncovered in Lighthouse Point. Dozens of animals, some of them found dead. And we have just learned tonight the owner of that home is in custody. 60 cats were taken from that home near Northeast 38th Street and 22nd Avenue. 4 of those cats were dead. Another 10 dogs were also removed. Police say the property belongs to this woman, 69-year-old Linda Giacchio. Neighbors say she is a known hoarder.
It burned your eyes. That's how bad it was. Like, it made you like go back. You just can't really get through to her sometimes because she thinks what she's doing is right.
Giacchio has been arrested before for animal neglect. In 2001, police say they found 60 cats, including 3 that were dead inside of her minivan while traveling from South Carolina to Florida.
Caught on camera, a taser takedown on Miami Beach after police say they were forced to tase a man who was just refusing orders. Police say they pulled over a driver for an illegal U-turn last month. They say they asked the passenger to leave his door open because he wasn't visible through the tinting, but the man refused and became belligerent. That's when police say they used the taser. Baland Joseph was taken to the hospital but is okay. He's now facing multiple charges, including resisting an officer and battery on a police officer.
And now to a story you saw first on 10, the arrest of a Lincoln Marti teacher accused of abusing students. That teacher has now been granted a $25,000 bond. 54-year-old Clara Quintero Gonzalez appeared before a judge today. She is facing multiple counts of child abuse after allegedly striking 4 different children in her classroom. Even her attorney admits this is a delicate case.
Listen, this is a serious allegation. I mean, there's a lot of emotions at stake. The allegations deal with young children, so everybody takes it seriously. You know, pulls on your heartstrings no matter what side you're on.
Quintero Gonzalez's family, they were defiant leaving court, saying she is innocent. A parent says she witnessed the alleged abuse while picking up her child from school. Police say surveillance videos also showed the teacher slapping and striking more of those students.
Let's open up tonight's follow-up file, a conversation you'll see only on Local 10 as a family speaks out about the killing of an 18-year-old student. Jamil Joseph and 19-year-old Phil Nelson were shot and killed in an apparent drive-by shooting in Miramar. Joseph had never been in trouble with the law. He went for a ride with some friends and never came back.
It hasn't hit me yet. I still don't believe it. It feels like a really bad dream that it needs to stop. His mother saying that every morning at night he had a routine, and one of the routines to say, "Good night, Mom, I love you."
Detectives say the shooting happened near Miramar Parkway and Island Drive. It was August 18th, but they still haven't caught the killer.
Miami Beach police showed up to the home of rapper Lil Wayne after a hoax 911 call. A person who was not on the property apparently made that call. Sky 10 over the scene of Lil Wayne's home as officers searched the property, but they say there had been no shooting. This appears to be a repeat of March 2015 when a similar swatting incident occurred. Swatting calls aimed to trick police into sending out a large police presence, often including SWAT teams, based on false information.
Late this Friday night, we continue to track Tropical Storm Hermine, the downgraded system leaving damage in its wake as it moves on up the Atlantic coast. We'll have an update on its path coming your way.
And from barbecues to beach parties, it's time to focus on our weekend forecast. I'll have what you need to know coming right up.
And a driver out of control, his speeding truck heading straight for a river. The wild wreck caught on camera.
Zika fears all new tonight after new cases are reported on Miami Beach and pregnant women going to extremes to get out of the Zika zone. We'll have the details up next. Tonight, we are hearing about 6 possible new cases of Zika transmissions on Miami Beach. City Commissioner Michael Grieco says he has been told by the Department of Health that they will soon announce these new cases. As South Beach continues to fight the mosquitoes carrying the virus, the commissioner is coming out against the possibility of aerial spraying of the pesticide called Nolid anywhere in the city limits.
Zika is a public health concern, and there's plenty of articles about that. Now it is a public health concern because there's plenty of articles about that, and there's a lot of we don't know, but my constituents feel the same as me personally, which is why run the risk?
According to the EPA, the effects of Nolid spraying on humans are extremely minimal, with only slight irritation affecting those who are particularly sensitive to chemicals. And with more than 600 cases of Zika across Florida, state and local officials are doing everything they can to control the mosquito population.
But some residents, they're so concerned, they're actually taking drastic measures to protect themselves. Local 10 medical specialist Christy Kruger explains.
Looks like it's sucking its thumb.
Jessica Lyle is excited about her baby due in February.
There's a little of the hand. You can see all of it.
But this is not where she imagines spending her pregnancy, in her hometown of Birmingham, Michigan. She and her husband Billy were teachers in Naples when the first cases of Zika started popping up in Florida.
A little mosquito, one bite can change everything. It was just so terrifying.
It was her husband who made the suggestion to spend the rest of her pregnancy with her family in Michigan.
My whole family was crying. My mom was crying, my grandparents were crying, and I just said, like, this is not how it's supposed to be. My husband called me on a Wednesday, and on a Sunday I was leaving.
When can I start working out again?
This woman, who wants to be known only as Lily, underwent fertility treatment to conceive and also decided to leave town.
It's a sacrifice that I feel that I want to make, and it's a personal decision for every woman, but the health of my child is more important to me than 9 months of somewhat solitude.
We're actually getting a lot of calls of concerned people who actually say to us, I would like to get tested because I thought I was bitten by a mosquito bite, or I may have had some peripheral contact with the area of concern down in Miami.
Lily says her husband plans to visit her in Baltimore at least twice a month. Billy hopes to visit Jessica every 3 weeks. It's not ideal, but these parents-to-be are taking no chances.
It's scary because it's a real threat.
When I got those ultrasound pictures and they were so clear and we could see everything, it was just, I mean, I know that we're doing the right thing.
You know, both women do realize they're so lucky to be able to move away from an area at risk. But of course, that's not going to be an option for most mothers-to-be. That's why it's so vital for all of us to remember to protect ourselves against mosquitoes. Always wear that repellent. With your special health report, I'm Christy Kruger, Local 10 News.
And doctors say anyone who thinks they may have been bitten by a mosquito should be tested for the